Noon at 6 o'clock, a Channel 2 Action News exclusive. Going inside the investigation of a 71-year-old grandmother tortured and then murdered in her home in Sandy Springs. We're using security video and evidence photos to see how police and prosecutors teamed up to bring justice. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live now at Sandy Springs Police Headquarters. And Mark, this was a cold case for like 2 years.
And I'm told this is the Sandy Springs Police Intelligence Operations Center, the new version inside their new headquarters. But in 2020, an intelligence analyst who sits here helped a detective use a new high-tech technique called Geo Fencing to break this case open. The detective then found more evidence, leading to the Fulton County DA's office getting a guilty verdict just days short of the 7th anniversary of a grandmother's murder.
Her last couple of hours must have been horrific.
Been the most horrific thing to happen to me and my family.
I cannot imagine the fear and the suffering that she went through.
And that one person that just knows she would understand, she was there for you.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder.
I started to cry. I was sitting with the family, holding hands with them. It was just tears of joy.
This was a whodunit.
The lead detective on the case for Sandy Springs Police says home security video showed the killer approaching her house, but was way too grainy to identify the man who zip-tied, sitting in a chair, Kay Thomason, a 71-year-old grandmother known for her generosity to those in need, the man who killed her during a robbery of her home. Detective J.T. Williams said the June 27, 2018 murder case haunted him in the nearly 2 years the trail stayed cold, so much that he sometimes sat outside her house on his lunch hour.
I would go there and eat lunch. I would park in the driveway. I would walk around the house. And just brainstorm.
Detective Williams says the big break came when a then new technique called Geo Fencing, where Google can identify mobile devices with Google apps on them near a crime scene at a certain time, led to the identification of James Christopher Jones in 2020, 1 day before the 2nd anniversary of the murder.
It was a cuticle tool type thing that he pushed in the back of her neck, cut her carotid artery, and she didn't have a chance.
Fulton County Chief Senior Assistant District Attorney Robert Wilson says the geofencing enabled Sandy Springs Police to find MARTA video of Jones traveling from a MARTA station near where he stayed to the Chamblee MARTA station, and from there he walked to Ms. Thomason's home in Sandy Springs.
She was really excited because her grandkids were going to come the next day.
I would say we had in a neighborhood of 400 to 500 exhibits.
Deputy District Attorney Vincent Fawcett.
There was DNA evidence in this case. Over 85 items were tested from the residence. There were suspects that were eliminated, and DNA came back with positive matches on 5 different items.
His defense that it wasn't him, that he was around, but that we didn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt that he actually was the one that committed the crime.
Wilson says Judge Scott McAfee sentenced Jones to life without parole plus 30 for a list of crimes.
Upon being convicted for something like this, I don't think that any civilized society would tolerate someone walking amongst us ever again.
DA Fonnie Willis.
I want to commend the Sandy Springs Police Department, and in particular Detective J.T. Williams, because they truly left no rock unturned to bring justice.
Every night I would wake up at 1:30, 2 in the morning. Every night, and would pray and just meditate and just rely on my faith. A lot of time spent in prayer.
And a spokesman says the Fulton Public Defender's Office represented Mr. Jones in court, and we will continue to zealously advocate for him post-trial. We must decline additional comments. I checked, and it appears a motion for a new trial has already been filed. Reporting live inside Sandy Springs Police Headquarters, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.